All right, so you know that video I just did last night, about the massive cargo ship becomes wedged in the Suez Canal, blocks all traffic, oil, ships, everything. And I said, what was the thing about watch the water, evergreen? So I did my video about 17th letter, right? And I said, I think I'm onto something here. I don't know exactly what it means, but I think this is really significant. So I get a message from my friend Dick Allgire. Dick, how's those 1100 theta treating you, son? I gotta do the math. Let me do the math. I gave that to him when I first met him online. Like, dude, I'm giving this to you. And I mailed him, I think, a nano with the theta on there. 1100 times the high, $15. I've given Dick Allgire $16,500 back when it was only worth maybe a couple $100. This is awesome. I love this because one day I'm gonna look at that and go, "Oh my God, I gave him $165,000. Oh my God, I gave him $1.65 million." One day, because that's how high theta is gonna go one of these days. Anyways, he sends me this back, and he did draw this. I did watch this on his crypto viewing channel. I'm a subscriber to their site. Container ship mishap, tilted angle, lost cargo mess. Although we haven't seen any lost cargo, by the way, but maybe we're about to. I don't know. This is his words to me, though. I saw this a month ago, and it seems significant. So my feeling, and I replied, "Hey, did you see my video last night about this in the 17th letter?" So whatever it is, I do strongly feel this is very important. Even though on the surface, ship stuck in the Suez Canal, so what? And again, I'm telling you, I don't believe anything we're seeing right now from President Biden and all this other crap. I just don't. I think, again, we're watching a show. They knew about this. They told us watch the water. Evergreen. Literally evergreen is right on the side of the ship. You got to be kidding. So, I want to add one more thing regarding... I just did a video about theta that's uploading as I'm speaking to you right now. Or did I? Yeah, it's 95% processed. If we have some kind of major thing in politics or whatever, major event, like I've been telling you since January, that could trigger a serious dump in the crypto market. Oh my God, Biden's out. What happened? They finally looked at the voter thing. Holy shit. Something. On top of theta getting nailed right now, and it was just down to 1109. It's now down to 1083 as I'm talking to you. It's down another whatever percent. Was it 28 or 30% down now? What did it get down to? Whoops, wrong thing. Got down to 30%. Got down to 1056, it looks like. Or 1063-ish. Yeah, about 29 to 30%. It was just 25, 26, 27. Now it's 30. Anyways, I just thought I'd share this with you because this stuff fascinates me, whether it's psychic stuff, remote viewing. Many of you new people, I haven't mentioned this in a long time. I went on a treasure hunt. My first time ever. It wasn't even a treasure hunt then. It was my friend called me and said, "Hey, you want to come up to New Mexico? There's this mountain range. It's got history of the Spanish in there. They buried all their shit and then they never came back. They got wiped out by the Indians, and I got a spot I need a drone." I'm like, "Well, I got a drone." Yeah, he goes, "That's what I'm calling you." So I went up there and I think I'm gonna ask if I can give Dick Allgire a target. Like is there treasure in the mountain? Where is it? Point it. Put it on the map. And I go, well, that'd be a little irresponsible right now because I don't even know where I'm going yet other than the mountain range name. And it's huge. Where on the mountain are we going? Maybe I ought to wait and drone some of these sites and then come up with a target for him if I'm, see something interesting. So I go, that's what I'll do. So I never reached out to him. I'm out there in New Mexico for 3 days, and I hadn't checked email in at least a couple days. I looked at one site, and there's one site that was very interesting on my friend's property. And I thought, wow, this is interesting. But that's all thoughts I had. And then I realized I hadn't checked my email in 2 days. I better check my email. This is back in 2018, November-ish timeframe. I see an email coming from Dick Allgire, the remote viewer. And I'm going to read it to you now. That way it's fresh again. Because this was so insane to me how this happened. It blows my mind today. And he sent me this on November 28th. And he sent it to me and 2 of their guys that I know on their team, the remote viewing guys. This is, even though I've already known this a million times now, it blows my mind. I'm gonna read it to you just to show you. Well, he drew a ship in the ocean with, so what? A container ship. He's a remote viewer. They have a skill that is incredible. And the site he ultimately, I think, found or described, I think I might know exactly where it's at now. And it's not the one that I was looking at, my friends. I know somebody wants me to work a remote viewing target. I haven't been formally tasked yet, meaning I wasn't given an ID. But I did a freeform S5 ERV session today. What that means, by the way, is you do the process, but you just ask universe, like, show me something interesting. In other words, I'm not being tasked with anything, but universe, I'm going to do the process, show me something interesting if there's anything interesting I should see today. And maybe he sees nothing. Or maybe he sees something. And he got an idea to do that. While I was out there in New Mexico, he had no idea I was out there. I never told him. And I don't typically go out there, at least back then I don't. Now I do. So he says it was both interesting and disturbing. You have to understand that when in this state, images swim into focus and ideas form, but I don't get a logical, chronological sense of any story. Much of it seems disjointed. I arrive on target looking at water, and I was in motion as if on a boat or ship of some kind. Now, mind you, there's water right on the bottom of this mountain. There's a river and a lake. And we were in motion on my friend's side by side, looking at the beautiful sights, including that water. But we were not in a boat, just FYI. My first thought was, J Snip needs to wear his hat and put on some sunscreen. I sensed one of those tan, soft sun hats with the floppy brim all the way around and a cord that you pull underneath your chin. I have that hat in my truck right now, and that's my go-to hat, and I brought that hat out there and I was wearing that hat. And then I bought a second camouflage style hat very similar to that one while I was out there because it just looked cool. I saw a debris field, things scattered and strewn about, and a brown surface that could have been mud, silt, or sediment. I couldn't determine what any of the objects were. They seemed broken and worn, but I had a sense that they were man-made objects, very old, pieces of things settled in silt, with angles protruding, lumps of things. At one point I saw a large container, like a box or chest. Think, old wood, rotting metal hinges and clasps. And I saw gold coins. Lots of gold coins. Could have been other things like chains or crucifixes, but mostly my attention was drawn to the coins. As I tried to consciously analyze this, the attempt at logical thought bumped me off target. I was startled to find myself in the here and now place where I was conducting the session. I came to and made a few notes and sketches. I settled back into theta awareness. Like theta coin? Yeah, but there's actually a state of your mind that's called theta state. It's like right between sleep and not sleeping, I think. I settled back into theta awareness, and I again saw round shapes that I took to be coins, but they lacked the same brilliance. These were grayish in color, and I got a sense that they were embedded in sediment or caked with silt and mud. These were not in a container. They seemed more spread out and strewn about. Is this under water or under sediment? As I attempted to shift my focus and broaden survey of this place, I started seeing human forms in various positions, arms askew, bent or curled up, lumps of pieces of bodies. These were the same grayish brownish color, reminding me of human forms encased at Pompeii. It was like I was seeing the last agonizing moments of many people who died in violent ways, and their bodies were just left in place. I saw decomposing bodies and partial skeletons. I had a sense of this being very old, historic, and it all created a very bad feeling of unease, violent suffering, and death. I saw color images of what looked like seals or crests or emblems. Bold colors in red and black, a flag of vivid red and green with something intertwined, gold intertwined, different shapes and banners, red and gold with the seal or emblem, a flag of yellow and white with complex golden seal, accents of red. I can try to sketch these. They came to me in bunches like patchwork, but I sensed they represented countries or orders or something like that. He drew them. He sent them to me. I found all 4. 17th century flags. Vatican, Spain, Portugal, and Mexico. The following ideas came to me. The owners want their shit back. It is treasure, but it is linked to suffering, repression, and death. This is probably cursed. If I found this, I would not take it. If I did take it, I would donate 90% to some orphanages and have the rest blessed or do an exorcism on it, if you can even do that to an object. This feels like a dark, forbidden, historical target. If any of this is interesting to anyone, I can make some sketches. And he did, and he sent them to me. When I was sitting at that, I'm getting chills now. When I was sitting at that hotel room by myself with my laptop reading this email, I just about fell out of the bed. Because in my mind, yeah, I droned some interesting looking site, and I mean, it's not like there's an opening. I don't know, it just looked interesting. And now he's telling me he sees that and sees me out there and describes me with the hat that I'm wearing. Oh my God, there's really treasure here. Now I can't leave. Like, I cannot just leave this alone. So I've been back a few times, and I showed him the site where we started digging at, thanks to Sharon Michelle Psychic that put me on that spot. We found some rocks down below and kind of a map on the side of a wall that was buried, basically telling you to go down and under this thing and there's steps or go down. All uncovered that, thanks to a psychic, right, Sharon Michelle. And I shared this area from a drone's eye view one time with Dick, and I'm like, is this what you saw? He goes, no, that's like a cliffside. He goes, like, mine was like a real sharp ravine, like a steep ravine. And I go, huh, sure about that, yep. I'm like, son of a bitch, maybe there's, well, my friend said there's shit buried all over this place. Oh my God, maybe there's a second one. So I droned an area where there's some ravines, one in particular. And he had sketched it before I videoed it. And then I sent him the video, and he goes, look what I drew. And look at your drone footage. I paused it right here. And I go, holy shit. This looks almost identical. But there were a couple of features that I noticed he described that were not there. But everything else that he described was. So I thought, this is it. And I can't find this one thing I'm looking for. But there's another ravine with the same features nearby, and I think that's the one. So the problem is, I'll just tell you this, I've been having a lot of dreams, as you know, lately. Some of them are showing me like futuristic things like that haven't happened yet. I've already shared a few with you that have happened. I went to bed that night and I asked Evelyn, I said, Evelyn, you got some dreams too. Let's look at this screenshot. Is this the Dick Allgire site? Is this what I think it is? Let's go to bed and ask. So she goes to bed, she has a dream. I go to bed, I have a dream. Her dream, she goes, oh my God, I had a dream. I was inside of a cave. For sure in a cave. And I had Ian with us, our son, and I'm feeding him in a high chair in the cave. And then I wake up, that's it. I go, so hold on, we're asking, is this the cave? Can you give us a dream? And you have a freaking dream of you in a cave. Yes. Holy shit, I think that's a yes. That my suspicions are of this screenshot, that's it. And I go, well, I had a dream. And in my dream, a very unhappy big bear was chasing me away. And I was trying to get the F out of there, of this wherever I was. I don't even know where I was. I was outside somewhere. And I flagged this car down. Please let me in, please. They almost didn't let me in. I'm like, there's a giant freaking bear chasing me, please. It's trying to get me. Oh, okay. They let me in. And I'm like, there it goes. And we took off and I wake up. So what I just read you, it's cursed, blah, 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 blah. Dick was doing a session one time, and he told me, and I don't know if it was this one, it may have been during this, where he saw this Indian spirit there, a shaman, that he believed put the curse on this, and he's not happy. And he's telling me, Joe, be careful. This spirit is not happy, and he's there. He's around that mountain area. And a freaking curtain rod flew off the wall at where he was at doing this remote viewing session. And he goes, it was that dude letting me know, hey, you're aggravating me now. So he said, Joe, be very careful with this. And I said, all right, so when I saw the dream of a bear chasing me away, Evelyn confirms, yes, that's the spot. Bear dream, don't you dare go over there. You're not ready, or it's not ready, or the curse, whatever. You go over there, you're going to be in big trouble. Like, you might lose your life kind of thing. That's typically how that shit works. So I took that warning as, okay, I'm not to go mess with this right now. For sure. And I might need backup. I might need woo-woo dudes and people, hey, I need to remove this curse, son. Let's go. So, anyways, I wanted to just share that with you because Dick has done a few things for me that have been pretty incredible for me, and he does it all the time. Him and the team at Remote Crypto Viewing, with crypto stuff, next month's news events, things like that, which is how the container ship showed up. It's just a container ship. What's so newsy about that? Well, probably because there's something big happening signifying that signified behind the scenes. So I just want to share that because I know I've got some new subscribers who you have never probably heard me talk about this kind of stuff. And I haven't done much post on Patreon in recent times about this stuff either, because I haven't really been out there, and no updates or anything. But I did drone one time, and I'll just end this just because this is cool. I did drone one time a cave opening that you can't just walk into. It's dangerous to get to this place. And there's freaking artifacts laying there at the mouth waiting for me to find them and see what's in them. And here's the picture. And I'll zoom in a little bit. So I asked Woo Dude about this without him ever looking at it. And he goes, he goes, for some reason yeah, there's stuff in there. He goes, but I'm seeing it. They're showing me a turtle shell. Like a turtle. I'm like, just a turtle shell. He goes, yeah. Like, if you go in there, I think you're going to find a turtle shell. So I went and opened it back up. I'm like, well, let me look around. And then I see this thing right here. And I go, holy shit, that's the top, I think, of a turtle shell. And you know how they got those little square things? So, like, the bottom is facing up this way. And the top of the shell is actually this way. And the head of the turtle would have even been over here or something. And I'm going, holy shit, man. I never saw that before. This is a leather satchel. There's another one here. I believe these are 2 leather satchels with something in them. Here's some pottery. 2 pieces standing up. And then there's this thing, which may have another piece of pottery or something on its side. I'm not sure. But if you look closely, this line, to me, looks like this is a blanket of some kind. Like they hid this. This is covering something. It even has a design, if you look at this, almost like a little buffalo-looking thing. I don't know. I'm not real sure. It almost has like a head and a face. And then like the little feet down here. So I saw that. And I'm like, oh my god, I gotta go. But you can't just get to this. It takes serious mountain climbing and rappelling stuff to do it. So I'm like, one day in the future I'll have to go there and see what's in there. And I had Dick remote view this area close to this cave. And he sees like 1800s time frame. He's not real sure, but old. There's 2 guys, an Indian man and this white guy. But the white guy has royalty blood in him. And he's hiding or he's running from something. He's got something. He goes, next thing I know, I see them wrapping up this like gold tablet thing. It looks like the size of an iPad. It's got like a seal or emblem on it. Pure gold. It's very heavy. And they're wrapping it in like a cloth. They wrap it and then they double wrap that inside of like a leather pouch and they tie the thing shut. And he goes, Sniff, if and when you find that, you're not going to be able to keep that one. You're going to have to give that back to the rightful owner. He goes, I'm telling you that now. And I go, okay. All right. So if you look closely back on here, this second satchel thing looks like there's a cord that is tied right there. And I'm going, oh my God, is that the one? Is it right there? Like, I've already spotted it, and I just don't know what's in here. I got to get in there. But it is an extremely dangerous place to get to. And I started walking down there one time to just get an idea of boots on the ground. Like, what does it look like when I come back here with my friends? Because I was there with my daughter and her friend. And I got the shit scared out of me. Complete fear overcame my whole body. Like, I'm going to die. I'm not going to get out of here alive. It was the weirdest thing. And I've come to know something did that to me. Because it happened to JC one time and he didn't tell us about it. Exact same thing. In the same general area. So something's out there that doesn't necessarily want people messing around. And that's a whole nother story. So, on that note, take care.